We have not seen Officer Darren Wilson. We have not heard from him in person, even after this announcement was made about the grand jury's decision and that they were not planning to indict him. He has been living his life largely in secrecy since that August 9th shooting, that fatal day, and he knows he is not welcome by very many people in this community right now. But we are learning a little bit more about his side of the story through his eyes as he told the grand jurors. We have been looking over all these documents, the testimony, the evidence that the prosecutor released as he made the announcement about the grand jury decision. And what's very clear is that Wilson told the grand jurors that he feared for his life. He started by talking about how he approached the two boys. This was Michael Brown and his friend Dorian Johnson, who were walking down this street. And when he contacted them, his intent was to arrest somebody based on the robbery that had been reported at the convenience store. He says as he encountered Michael Brown and Dorian Johnson that Michael Brown punched him in the face multiple times, and that's the first time, he said, when he feared for his life. He proceeded to detail the encounter that happened as Michael Brown took off running down the street. He says this was after he was punched in the face, that he went and followed Michael Brown. He was chasing him, and at some point, according to Officer Wilson, Michael Brown turned and not only turned towards him, but started charging Officer Wilson. And he was adamant that Michael Brown kept on charging towards him, even as he told him not to, even as he started to fire shots. And I want to point out a particular graph in some of this testimony where he says Brown was, quote, just coming straight at me like he was going to run right through me. And when he gets about that 8 to 10 feet away, I look down. I remember looking at my sights and firing. All I see is his head, and that's what I shot, end quote. We learned Officer Wilson fired a total of 12 shots, 2 in his vehicle, 10 others outside the vehicle. And he also told the grand jury that it was the first time he had ever fired his weapon while on duty, Robin.
Ever while on duty. Ana Cabrera, thank you so much, helping to break down the new information that we learned overnight about the testimony of Darren Wilson that we had not heard before. Ana, thank you.